Welkom terug by die groot ontbyt. Ons is selfs vanmôre met 'n ou met baie meer guts as ek. Warren Eva is weer hier by ons vanmôre. Ons het al voorheen met hom gesels. Hy het K2 geklim onlangs toe ons met hom gesels het. Hy teruggekom met ons weer met hom gesels, as jy kan onthou. Ons praat vanmôre oor seker een van die gevaarlikste bergpieke ter wêreld. Ons praat van Annapurna. Hy het Annapurna uitgeklim. Dis 8091 meter bo seespieël en ons selfs môre oor hierdie ongelooflike uitdaging, die hekkie wat hy oorkom het en hoekom hy dit gedoen het en wie vind nou eintlik daarby baat? Good morning, Warren.
Morning, Pierre.
Lovely having you with us again. Thank you so much for taking time this morning. We have to talk about Annapurna, but we also have to talk about why you climbed Annapurna. Why did you go to the summit and for what good cause you did? But let's start with Annapurna. Why is it such a dangerous mountain?
Well, thanks for having me. It's statistically a dangerous mountain. So the chance of not coming home is a 33% chance.
Wow.
For every 3 people that summit, 1 person would pass away trying. So statistically, it's had a very rough history. It's a tough mountain. It's got a lot of avalanche risk. It's very steep in places, and that has given it its name and its reputation.
So if it's statistically so dangerous, how do you prepare for this mentally and physically? I mean, I suppose not just anyone can decide, oh, I'm going to climb that one.
It's a good question. For me, the biggest thing is to be mentally prepared. I do that through physical training, getting physically prepared, training my body ready to tackle the actual climb itself. But then within that training, I find myself getting mentally prepared. And that's probably 95% of what this high altitude mountaineering is. You know, you can only prepare yourself physically so much. Once you're at 8,000 meters, needing to take the next step, climb over the next hurdle, so to speak, the physical aspect is sort of secondary to convincing yourself mentally that you actually can.
That's amazing. I mean, is there a height that you reach and that you say, okay, beyond this, there are certain challenges that I'm going to face that I really need to be prepared for more than usual?
Absolutely. And the higher you go, the more dangerous the more dangerous it becomes. The chance of rescue disappears quite quickly once you're above Camp 2, for instance.
Really?
Helicopters can't fly that high. You could probably get a helicopter up to Camp 3. In fact, there were some helicopter rescues out of Camp 3, but it's the absolute limit of where a rescue is possible. So once you climb above Camp 3, then you're on your own. If you're taking yourself too far that you can't turn around and walk yourself down, you're going to still be there for centuries to come.
Even though you have done a lot of climbs, this region was kind of a whole new region for you that you've never gone into. Was there something that caught you off guard that you perhaps didn't expect?
Absolutely. You know, you can prepare all you want. You can do all the training you want. You can be as fit as you are, as healthy as you can be, but the mountain really decides. And Annapurna was exactly that. It threw us a proper curveball or two. But the biggest being weather, where we had a very short weather window very early in the season. So we had anticipated doing multiple acclimatizations where we will climb up to Camp 2, 3, higher on the mountain, let our bodies adjust to that, come back to base camp and recover. We'd want to have done 2 or 3 of those. You essentially climb the mountain a number of times, getting your body to produce red blood cells, adjust to the altitude. But as I said, the curveball came. We had a weather window very early in the season. We only had done 1 of those rotations. We didn't have enough time to acclimatize properly. And it was pretty much a take it or leave it opportunity. We had to go for the summit. Not fully prepared, not fully acclimatized. So there's a lot of risk in that. We're going high on the mountain, bodies aren't adapted to the altitude. If anything goes wrong, you've got a lot less chance of being able to deal with it, stay up there longer if you had to. So
sure.
We're lucky to be down safely, happy to be down safely.
We're also happy that you're here safely.
Yeah. That's a ballsy decision to take that gap, knowing that you haven't done all the preparation that you wanted to.
Absolutely.
I mean, if you're in that situation and you have to do that, coming down again, is there a different way of recovering now? Did it hit you harder coming back down when you eventually got down? Was there a different process?
Not really, no. But you know, probably the most important thing you say there, what about coming down? That's always the secret, is the top is only halfway.
Yeah.
And most of the deaths and most of the accidents on mountains happen on the way down.
Oh, wow.
People are exhausted. It's late in the day. They're dehydrated. The weather has turned. The sun is on the snow. The avalanches are more frequent later in the day. So all of those factors, given on top of the fact that you're slower, you're moving slower. You've been going for a long period of time, and the summit day is many hours, right through the night, and so coming down is probably more important than going up.
Wow.
Besides wanting to get home, it's the part you need to be most prepared for.
How important is a support system and to trust the people that are doing this climb with you?
Oh, it's crucial. It's probably everything. It's everything that makes it safe and or dangerous. I climbed with a good friend of mine, John Black. We've climbed together for 25 years. We've stood on many summits together. It's been a very unique friendship, as well as with other friends over the years and climbing partners. But unfortunately, John turned around for good reason and a very difficult decision to have made. I'm actually very, very inspired by his decision, because it is a difficult one. You're so close to the summit. We were on summit night already when he'd made his call. He said they were just going through his list of risk and saying what is acceptable, what's not, and he felt it was outside of that acceptable risk profile, and
That's
decided
very
not
brave.
to continue. Very brave, difficult decision, especially that high up on the mountain. He was feeling healthy. I mean, he's an exceptional athlete. He was definitely physically capable of continuing, but made the decision to turn around.
Obviously, then, now the question is the top 10 peaks in the world.
Yes.
Yes. How about climbing all of them?
I don't know. The question you're asking is what's next? There will be a next. I don't know if we'll get through all of the 8,000ers, and not necessarily because don't want to, but there's a lot of other mountains, a lot of other places to go. And Jennifer, you touched on it. It's a new area for us, and we really enjoy that. We enjoy going to a new place, taking a new challenge, new country, new culture, new mountain scenery. And so we'll continue to climb, absolutely. And we'll keep South Africa informed and following us. It's been a privilege to have all the support that we've had back home. It makes it so rewarding, and we'll definitely keep climbing.
You did this summit with Food for Hope as let's say, as your cause. You're supporting Food for Hope. What difference did this climb make to Food for Hope?
We have taken Food for Hope with us before. We climbed in K2 with them, as we've sat here in the studio talking about in the past. And it was so rewarding to do what we do on an international scale, carrying the South African flag to the summits of some of the most dangerous and prominent mountains in the world, but still to be doing good back home with that. Very rewarding, very special addition to what is already something we love doing so much. And so it was a real privilege to have Food for Hope along on the journey with us. We raised a couple R100,000, which for them would go a long way. They feed children, malnourished children, particularly in the education space. And that amount of money that we've raised will feed many children for months to come.
I think there should be like a world championship, mountaineering world championship, and you should be our world champion. That's just what I'm thinking. Thank you so much for taking time this morning.
Thank you for having me.
And also doing it for a good cause. It's not just about you climbing the mountain. It's about something bigger, and that's very special. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks so much for having me.
Nou ja, dit is Avonturier Warren Eva. Annapurna, my maat, dis nie 'n bult nie, en hy het hom uitgeklim 891 meter. Dit is merkwaardig.